Shalom, 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 Israel. This is your King and Shepherd KD with another message of daily edification, brought to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Hamashiach Yahushai. Peace and blessings to the royal house of David. I want to open up with this video today to show y'all,
not from me, from the horses.
Show y'all where we are, because right now,
Yeah.
you know, I can remember when y'all remember around mid-2020, those of y'all that's been here any amount of time, that I met the Bennies and told me a whole lot of stuff, man. I was like, I mean, sounds good, but y'all telling me y'all did this, y'all foreclosed on the whole world and all that, and y'all foreclosed on America, and all the while I'm sitting here watching all this stuff still going. You know, gas is still here, stores are still here, people still working, you know, going to work, getting paid, you know, and you know, I know about foreclosures. I've seen homes foreclosed on, small businesses foreclosed on. You go by there, it's all boarded up, right? So I'm like, how y'all foreclose on anything, man? Now, I didn't doubt them, because they gave me a lot of information that I just had never heard before, all right? But see, in my naivety, what they did was so big, it's like a big-ass wheel. You know, it takes longer for a big wheel to get set in motion than a little wheel. A little wheel is like, squeak, squeak, squeak. You know, a big wheel, it starts off like, you know, that sucker got to get rolling. Well, the big wheel is rolling now, y'all. Look, let me show y'all something. Check this out.
Attention to this. Pay attention. Just listen. Not from me, from the horse's mouth.
Dollar Tree closing 600 stores this year. CVS closing 900 stores. Through the end of this year, Walgreens closing 150 stores. Outback Steakhouse has already closed 40 of its restaurants. UPS is cutting 12,000 jobs in 2024. Citigroup cutting 20,000 positions as well. eBay, why not? 1,000 jobs lost there. Microsoft cutting 1,900 positions. Expedia cutting 1,500. Cisco cutting 4,000. Apple cutting 600. It's entertainment too. Regal Cinemas closing 429 locations. Kroger's grocery store chain shutting down 413 stores. It's not affordable to be in retail anymore. Foot Locker closing 400 stores by 2026. Macy's will close 150 locations by 2026. Walmart, already this year, has closed 6 of its supercenters. While the U.S. Senate has passed nearly $100 billion to send to other countries that Joe Biden just signed yesterday, most can't even find Ukraine or Israel on a freaking map, let alone Taiwan. We're paying money that we don't have as our economy goes down the toilet and American jobs die. Of course, we know we're going to ban TikTok so nobody can talk about it freely.
You hear that? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. One more. Here's another one. Check it out.
It's a sad day. Real sad day. And these people in America think that what's going on right now is a revolution. Now, this isn't revolutionary thinking. Right now, our kids don't even know if they're boys or girls. They don't know that they're supposed to use a toilet and not a litter box, okay? So this isn't a revolution going on in America. This is by design, and this is going to produce the worst civil war that's ever been in history. What's going to happen is siege warfare. Everything is imported. Whoever's watching this video in the United States, I don't care where you are, everything's imported. Down at Walmart, all those goods at Walmart, they're imported. All those goods at, the hardware store at Lowe's, Home Depot, they're imported. They come in on trucks. The fruits that we eat here on the East Coast, I'm in North Carolina, most of the fruit that we have in the grocery store comes from the San Bernardino Valley in California. It's imported, you see? Everything is imported. The beef is imported. The pork, the chicken, vegetables, water. Everything is imported. So you can read the Bible. There's some good accounts of siege warfare in the Bible. The prophets told the leaders of Jerusalem what was going to happen, and they didn't believe and just kept going on their dumbass fucking path. And then it happened, and they were eating each other's babies, and they were selling like a quart of dove's dung for 2 or 3 days' wages. A quart of bird poop. Because there wasn't nothing to eat. They got sieged in. And you're like, well, we're just going to start communities and farms, and we'll farm, and we'll have these communities. And yeah, do you know how long it takes to do that? Look at, here, we're going to walk over here. This probably be about a 10-minute video, so while I talk, I'll walk. And as I walk, I'm going to show you a little bit here. See this pond? I dug this pond out. It used to be way more shallow. It was only about 1.5 feet deep. Now it's about 6 feet deep in the middle. Once you get past the sediment layer, it's about 6 feet deep. That takes time to do. And on a farm, you need water, okay? You got to have water for your livestock. You got to have water for your plants, all right? So you think, oh, we're just going to start our little communities, and we're going to come together and sing Kumbaya fucking Ya next to the goddamn fire at night, and we're all going to just link arms and get this done, and we're Americans, goddammit. No, you're not. Everybody in this country is all about me, mine, more, gimme, bigger, faster, shinier, flashier. That's why all the churches look like they do. If Jesus didn't even have a place to lay his head down and he had one set of clothes, why do these people wear $3,000 suits to church on Sunday morning to go praise Jesus? They're hypocrites. They're actors. They're pretenders. You see this? You see this plot? See, I got some beans in here. Okay, up here I've got sweet potatoes. Sherman, get out the sweet potatoes. Come on, bud. Up here I got sweet potato slips planted. Down on the end I got some tomatoes. This takes time, y'all. You see how slow this shit's growing? You see, look at my corn. I planted my corn about 4 weeks ago. And this is what I'm saying. It's about 3 weeks ago. This is what I'm saying. You think that, I haven't even thinned it yet, but you think shit's going to hit the fan, and you're just going to come together and have a community of people, right? Where are you going to get the food from? In the interim of having to work the soil, pull the rocks out, cut trees down, plant, grow. You can't grow anything in the winter here. We're in the northern hemisphere. So from the months of about October to March or April, you really can't grow much unless you got a greenhouse. So how are you going to grow enough food to support this community? Where's it going to come from? In the interim of you waiting for your crops to be produced, where's the food going to come from to give everybody about 2,000 calories a day so they don't go into cognitive decline or have health problems? Do you have vitamin C? Do you know what plants to get vitamin C from? No. See, I could ask a plethora of questions when it came to this subject. And what would come out of most people's mouth who is watching this video right now is, no, I don't know what plants are medicines. No, I don't know what plants are foods. Did you know you can eat dandelion? You can eat this shit. You can eat plantain, but you don't know any of that. And you think there's going to be a revolution. Man, you're part of the problem. You're not part of the solution. There is no revolution coming to this country. It's going to be a civil war. And the civil war is going to be fought over stuff we used to throw in the garbage. When you got done at Golden Corral and you had all that food left on your plate and you threw it in the garbage, you just raked it off in the garbage, people will lose their life over that amount of food in the days to come in America. You talk about a toilet paper shortage? Man, you can find a leaf to wipe your ass with, but you can't find no goddamn food. And if you're only getting 300 calories a day and you're running a 1,700 calorie deficit every fucking day, there's only so much time can go by with you eating that few calories a day before your organs start to go into failure and your body starts to consume itself. All right? So y'all don't get what's coming. All these videos I've been putting out about there's no revolution, there's a civil war coming, the powers that be have control of this whole fucking system from the top to the bottom. They had control over it back when the Great Depression happened. That happened here in America, but it affected like every modern country in the world that was connected to that economic stock market system. And now look at what they did with it, yeah? So there's no revolution coming to America. There's a civil war, and it's not going to be fought for power and control in government. It's not going to be fought for states' rights. It's not going to be fought for the right to own property. It's not going to be fought for less taxes or to find a compromise when it comes to some of this stuff. The war that's coming to America, I'm telling you, you're going to watch your neighbors rip each other apart for shit they used to throw in the goddamn trash can, man. And y'all ain't getting ready. You watch these videos I put out and you share it with your friends and you repost it. Oh, this needs to go viral. I'm not wanting my shit to go viral. I'm wanting some of y'all to wake the fuck up so you can save your own goddamn life in the days to come. That's what I'm wanting. I don't want a bunch of people to march on Congress with a bunch of guns. It's fucking frivolous. It's fucking pointless. I don't want legislatures to be revamped and revolutionary thinkers to be voted into office. That's fucking pointless. It's completely asinine to hold an ideology or mentality that this can be fixed any other way. And it can't be fixed. You're not going to vote your way out of this. You're not going to shoot your way out of this. They've designed this system how it is so that when they pull the plug, it'll affect the pocket of every breadwinner on the face of the earth. Now, do you go out and you make a job? Now, there's some people in rural China that it's not going to affect. They don't have electricity and they don't have coins in their pocket. They got some llamas out back, and some crops, some root crops that they planted. And for the most part, the economic collapses are going to affect them. Now, when the new government shows up, this new one world government shows up, it's going to require an identification. Just like Nazi Germany had a national identification number. Just like the United States has a social security number to identify you as a certain number in the government. You're this many people into it. The Social Security Administration gives you your number, and that's your national identification card that identifies you as being in the nation of the United States of America, which is actually just a corporation. Article 4, Section 4 of the Constitution says and demands that we have a Republican form of government. That's what the United States shall guarantee to every state within the Union. But if you read Title 28 of the United States Code, Section 3002, subsection 15 under definitions, the primary definition of the United States is a corporation, a federal corporation. This is not a republic. So knowing that alone, knowing that this isn't a republic, it's a corporation, and knowing that the information is right there for any military vet, any law enforcement agent to read the United States Code, the law that the United States government operates on, the USC, and they can read that this is a federal corporation, but they don't keep their oath to uphold and defend the Constitution and the portion of it which demands that we receive a Republican form of government. They don't uphold that. They don't care because they get paid by the corporation to do what the corporation wants. So there's not going to be a revolution. Everything is imported. You're going to watch your family starve to death in the days to come. You might not make it. Most people listening to these messages that I put out are not going to make it. So the one thing that I could tell you to do to get ready for what's coming, the one thing that I could tell you that I know for certain, that if you do this one thing, it doesn't matter what happens, you'll be absolutely prepared. Get your heart right with God. We've all lied, we've all stolen, we've all used his name as a cuss word and looked with lust. We've lived dishonorable lives. We've all violated God's holy moral law that he wrote in our heart. Our consciences bore witness. So now repent. Stop doing what you know is wrong. Turn around and begin to do what you know is right. And in the days ahead, it doesn't matter what happens and it doesn't matter what comes. You prepared in the most absolute best way that you could, and you got your heart right with God. Because when this comes, folks, it's going to come fast and it's going to come hard.
Let me tell y'all something. White man was on point with a few things until he got to the end. When he started talking about that praise Jesus shit, man, that ain't finna help nobody, man. All right. Let me give y'all a precept real quick. This Jeremiah 16 and 19. And it says, O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles, he's a Gentile, shall come unto you from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. So, he thinks that if you repent to Jesus, that he's going to spare you the coming fire. And he's not. Because Jesus is a figment of his imagination. The son's name is Yahushua and his father's name is Yahweh. That's the only salvation. There is no salvation in any other name. Now, everything else he said, the starving and all that, yeah, that's true. All right? That's true. Let's go to Isaiah. Let's see, is it 65? Yeah, all right, here we go. This is Isaiah 65. Start at verse 11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering to that number. All right. Let me read the New Living Translation. But because the rest of you have forsaken the Lord and have forgotten his temple, and because you have prepared feasts to honor the power of fate, and have offered mixed wine to the power of destiny. All right. So some of y'all are more concerned about what goes on in the world than being true to your real creator. Now listen to what he says. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Now, what does he mean when he called, you didn't come? You don't think the Most High was going to have a representative down here to speak for him? He always has. That's what the prophets were about. That's what the judges were about. That's what the apostles, the disciples was about. That's what Yahushua was about. And in 2024, the Most High is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. I'm the man that been calling for you to do the right thing. Come into the house, all right, and be ye separate. Some of y'all scoffing, laughing, thinking shit is funny, all right, thinking that I'm full of shit. Let me show you something. Let me read it again. See, some of y'all so goddamn dumb, you think that the Most High is saying when I call, he just talking about his word. No, he has to have someone to proclaim his message, all right? He has to have a man in the land to speak it to you audibly, verbally, so your dumb ass can hear it and respond to it yay or nay, all right? Read it again. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, you did not answer. He had to have somebody down here calling on his behalf for you to ignore him. Right? Before the Most High destroys any nation, he always sends a messenger. He did it for Nineveh. He did it with Yahushua. He did it every time. Before he brought judgment on a nation, he sent a messenger. And when that messenger was put out there, what happened to him? He was ridiculed, belittled, laughed at, until the destruction came. Then them same people, all right, that been laughing and scoffing and gum bumping and shit talking, now they want to turn and think that they finna get some mercy. Fuck you. Take it from the top. Isaiah 65:12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Verse 13. Therefore saith the Lord, power, behold, my servant shall eat, but you shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but you shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but you shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but you shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And you shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, for the Lord power shall slay thee, and call his servants by another name. So, slaughterhouse is coming. Y'all heard the report from the lady, right? All them stores are closing. Those are jobs. A lot of y'all don't even know how economics work, man. When all of those jobs go down, that means that the supply chain is cut. That means that there's going to be less truck drivers on the road, which means there's going to be less supply. There's going to be less food. A lot of y'all not keeping up. You know, y'all just sit here like a damn bump on a frog's ass. Just, you don't watch anything. You don't study anything. You just get up blindly, day to day, getting boiled and don't even know it. If you don't know who Jamie Dimon is, he's the CEO, or was the CEO of JP Morgan. All right? That's the bank of all banks. His ass stepped down. All right? Jeff Bezos. All right? Selling billions of dollars in his assets because he knows that the crash is coming. All right? Klaus Schwab from the World Economic Forum. He just stepped down. His ass probably dead. Okay? The machine is failing. The machine is failing. And there's about to be a deficit in this country that has never been seen at any place in time. It's going to be worldwide starvation. People are not going to have any food. And the Most High has promised this. And we can already see it coming to pass. So a lot of you dumbass motherfuckers out there, you listen to me, right? Some of y'all been in the body and gave that up. Some of y'all were here, you were learning, but you tried some slick shit, and now you're disconnected. You're going to starve, man. I know you think it ain't going to affect you. You think it ain't nothing going to happen to you. Oh, he just talking. No. It's forming in your face right now. Look at everybody that took the booyah. Where they at now? Have y'all heard anybody talk about it? Have y'all heard anybody talking about how it is now, years later, after they done already got poked up? At one time, that was the hottest topic in the world. And now, what they did, because you got booyah'd up, you like cattle. You no longer even considered a person. You're a serial number. And on the 27th of this month, you know who is getting ready to enact that, right? They passed laws to where they can come and pull you out your own house. And you don't have to have any symptoms of anything, right? You don't have to have any symptoms. You don't have to be sick. They can come and get you, all right? They can come and get you. You know why that is? Because the booyah has already put you on that level as somebody that has it. Hope I'm not talking over your head. Where's all the shit talking now? Well, who's the one that told you to bypass the booyah? Who's the one that told you to do that? Who's the one that told you to stand on it? Now, you dodged that bullet. You dodged that bullet. Because if you did, you're now called what's called a pure blood. You know what a pure blood is? It's somebody that ain't booyah'd up. Because if you're booyah'd up, your whole DNA and structure has been changed. Okay? It's all been changed, man. You're not even considered human. You're considered cattle. Because there's a serial number attached to each time, all right, the booyah was administered, connected to your social. See, that's how they did it. This is how they're going to be able to blockchain you, okay, on your finances. The blockchain, they're going to monitor what you spend your money on. And they're going to be able to control you because through the booyah, you gave up that right. You surrendered your sovereignty to them doing that. So that's on you. And you can check it out. I'm not lying to you. All right. So some of y'all on here, a lot of y'all, nobody in this house that I know of submitted to that mandate. See, a mandate is just a very strong suggestion that a lot of y'all went for. A mandate is not an order. It's a suggestion. Okay? But because a lot of y'all is in that gross darkness, you went for the okie doke. So, because you went for the okie doke, ain't no getting out. When they crash these banks, you gonna get caught up too. They gonna suck everybody money up. They gonna suck my money up too. They ain't got a lot to suck up, but I tell you what, I got a remedy for it. But you don't, trust me. And the Bible don't lie. It says he's gonna cause it all, both free and bond, rich and poor, great and small, big and little, fat and skinny, all right, to receive the mark, all right, without which no man can buy or sell. Everybody gonna be in that except Israel, all right. He promised us in Deuteronomy chapter 28 that we're gonna be above and not beneath, the lender and not the borrower, all right. We are never gonna be oppressed again. It's gonna be a very small remnant. And as you can see, the royal house of David is a very small remnant. Not even everybody in the royal house of David is going to be included in this. Because there's a lot of y'all in this house that's full of shit. And you think it's a fucking joke. You think that ain't nothing going to happen to your ass. In every age they do this. They did it with Noah. They did it with Babylon. They did it with Persia. They did it with Rome. They did it with Yahushua, all right? And Israel still haven't learned. Stiff-necked and rebellious. Don't fucking listen, man. And you're going to deserve whatever the fuck you get. Anybody out here speaking righteousness is going to get rebelled against and get fought. It's always been that way. Israel never learns. It's going to be a bunch of y'all crying, man, telling you. Gonna be crying. And you're going to want in. And just like Noah's Ark, y'all going to be locked the fuck out, man. And ain't nobody going to hear your screams. Your fucking children are going to starve. You women are going to get your ass beat and get raped. All right? Y'all ain't gonna have shit. Some of y'all still sitting, look here, with a smirk. Who we think he is. Getting close, y'all. Telling you. The day is coming. All right? The slaughter is almost here. Y'all stay tuned. Want to give all praise to Yahweh B'Shem HaMashiach Yahushai. All right? Don't come crying. All right? When you get numbered to the sword. KD out. Shalom.